folks. It's me, Christiana Gaudet. I am live on my Facebook business page. It's Saturday, and that means it is time for the Saturday Psychic Sampler, maybe my favorite live of the week, because what we do is specific questions, specific answers. It's not, let me just pull a card for you. It's not, what does the universe want me to know? It is a specific question, and I'll do my best to give you a specific answer. So go ahead and get your questions in the comments. Thank you so much for being here. And for those of you who joined our class this morning on YouTube, Karen, you were there. Alicia, you were there. For those of you who were there for the class, Breathing Fire with the Suit of Wands, I thank you so much for being there. If you didn't get a chance to see it, you can watch it in archive. It's right there in the live tarot webinars playlist on my YouTube channel, Christiana Gaudet. Lots of people coming into the room. Thanks so much for being here. Let me just give you a couple of quick announcements, and go ahead and get your specific question into the comments. And I will say, for those of you who are watching an archive, either on YouTube or on my website or on Facebook, if you happen to hear something in these readings that strikes you as truth for you, go ahead and take it as a reading for yourself. That's how these group readings work. Likewise, for those of you who are here, when you're waiting for your reading, if you hear something that feels true to you, then it's for you as well. So, very quickly, this coming Wednesday, September 9th, we're doing Global Tarot Circle on YouTube Live. We're moving it off of Facebook onto my YouTube channel. For those of you who usually come to Global Tarot Circle, please do join us. And if you're not a member of the Global Tarot Circle group here on Facebook, please do ask to join. I also want to remind you, I have 2 premium classes this month. You ask for more, I'm giving you more. And one of the things you asked for was beginner level classes. And so that's what's happening. So Thursday, September 24th, 7 p.m., we're doing an all levels class, The Meaning and Magic of Tarot Reversals. And on Wednesday, September 30th, 7 p.m., a beginner and review level class, Journey Through the Major Arcana. These are both 2-hour classes. You need a ticket. It's on Zoom. You can get that ticket by looking at the events right here on my Facebook page, or going to my website, christianagaudet.com, and look at the events there and get your tickets. Would love to see you in class. All right, I welcome all of you and thank you all so much for being here. I see the questions coming in, and I do appreciate you taking the time to give me specific questions. Oh, and Denise, thanks for the love for the Wands class. I appreciate that. Hey, Diane, haven't seen you in so long. So glad you're here. Okay, let's see. Get into the top of the questions here. Trying to get you in order. So happy to see all of you. Julie, Missy Lowe, glad you're here. And Shelley, you gave an interesting question. Am I to assume that you're looking for a message from a loved one in spirit? If that is so, we can absolutely deliver it. But please do be specific about the question if that's what you're looking for. Because it's hard to tell from your question. Are you asking about, like, is your neighbor home? Or are you asking if a particular loved one in spirit is around you with the message? So please do be specific in the, yes, okay, got it. Can do. Okay, so good to see all of you. The first question that I see in the list is from Anvi. How will the remaining year be for me? Okay, that's stretching it on specific question, my friend. I'll do it, but folks, a specific question is usually not quite that broad. When we look at the rest of the year for you, I think as far as family and the people around you and the people that you care about, it will be very good. In terms of things like work and money and things of that nature, I think there will be some difficulties. So some good stuff, some bad stuff. I see great things around love for you. Whether that's about romance, family, kids, whatever that is, it feels really good. All right. And thanks so much for the love for the Wands class. I really appreciate that. And again, if you did not get a chance to see that class, you can watch it in archive. Giselle, I haven't seen you in forever. So great to see you here today. Okay, Leisha, I've been given, let me learn how to read now. I have been getting certain people giving me the cold shoulder at work. Are they mad at me? What's going on? What's up with the cold shoulder at work? I wonder, I don't think anyone is really mad at you, but I wonder if there's one particular person who has been kind of talking bad about you. This feels more like a one-person issue rather than a group issue. And it's one person who seems like a very small-minded, ridiculous person in the first place, but who is trying to get people to be against you. But the rest of the people, they may be going along with it, but they don't really believe it. So you may need to do some work to kind of improve your reputation. And if you can figure out who that one person is, that would be very helpful. Hey, Jennifer Donaldson, I have not seen you in so long. So nice to see you here. I would like to know where my career is going. Let's take a look. Well, I think you have decisions you need to make about that. If you just let it be the way it is, it's okay, but it's not moving on its own in a direction that you would like. I think you do have a lot of possibility for opportunity. I think you may not be entirely happy where you're at. And I think that you have been so overburdened with family stuff, with all kinds of stuff, that you have not really had time to sit down and think about, well, what are my goals? What are my possibilities? Who are my allies? What do I have to do in order to move myself forward or get to where I want to be? And that's, in the time and space that you have, Jennifer, that's what you need to do. I feel like if you take charge and sort of figure out where you want to go, it'll take time, but you'll get there. I feel like if we just sort of let it take you somewhere, there is going to be a change. I don't know if that's a shift change or a department change or what that is, but there's a change coming that you may not like. And so this is why I say you need to take control. Karen Winkle, the universe played hardball this week with the am I enough triggers. How can I absorb in my heart what I know in my head? I am enough. Man, if we could bottle that stuff for people, we would make millions and trillions of dollars, because you are not the only one who needs that. But what is the prescription for you? Well, I think it's about unlearning all the other things you have been taught. You have been told so many things. So many things have been shared with you that are negative, that are not true, that cast you as the villain rather than the hero in your own story. And I feel like for you, it's not just changing what you're telling yourself, it's changing what you're listening to. And you're listening to some old tapes made by some people who were not acting with your best interest at heart. And so for you, it's not about what you tell. It's not about what you tell yourself. It's about what you stop listening to. And that may sound like your voice, but that was never your voice. The negative voices coming at you are not your voice and never were. Figure out where they come from, figure out what they're saying, and get them to shut up, and you'll be fine. Okay, Varnica, nice to see you. Will I get a counseling job at the place I am already volunteering my services? They really do like you there. And I feel like they may be a limited budget. There may be some reason why it's hard for them to hire you. I think eventually, yes. I don't know if there's a credentialing issue for you or a budgetary issue, something like that. I think it's possible, but I think it's going to take time. And I think there may be things you need to do in addition to volunteering to make it happen. Okay, Christina Reed. Should I try and get into grad school for the next cycle, or should I work as a nurse for a year before going to grad school? What a great question. Hang on a minute, let's figure it out. You know, if you can just keep going with the education, I think you should. I know that there's a part of you that's looking for a break, and it would be nice to make money, and it would be nice to get some practical experience. But, and neither is bad. You know, if it works out that it's just much easier to get the nursing job, it's okay. But if you have a choice, all things being equal, I would just keep right on going to grad school. Okay, Kathleen Patricia, how are you? Will you be changing residence soon? What I see is a job. I see a job for you, and that job will determine where you live. So maybe, but the important thing that I see is the job. Okay, Richard Murphy, Louise Richard. Can I meet my friends next weekend for meetup? Any blocks or challenges? You know, it's funny that you mentioned that. I don't know if you are expecting blocks and challenges, but I think there are some blocks and challenges. And as far as having this meeting, I think it would be so good for you to spend some time with your friends. It may not happen next weekend, but keep trying to make it happen. Okay, Diane, I feel like we haven't spoken in so long. I'm sorry you're having a health issue. Should I get a new doctor to help diagnose my health problems? I am so sorry you're going through problems, Diane. And the answer is yes, the right doctor can figure this out, and you'll be fine and you'll be on your way, I promise. I know this has been frustrating, but find the right doctor. The right doctor will have the right answers, and at that point it will not be so bad. Okay. Jessica Rivera, is September going to be a good month for you? There will be some disappointments. There may be an opportunity to get together with someone you haven't seen in a really long time. And I see some planning for travel. So up and down, you know, there's some good things and some disappointing things. You have to be careful about some of the people around you. I don't know if that's friends, family members, coworkers, what that is. But I feel like you have some people who can talk to you in a way that makes you feel really bad, or really, people who act like they care about you, but then they talk to you in a way that makes you feel bad. You need to really find a way to get a handle on that. Okay, Shelley, you are looking for Louie. Louie, who has passed on. Louie is definitely around you, and you know it. You know it because you feel it. Maybe it's in your dreams. Maybe it's just in your heart. Maybe you're getting signs and you're wondering if those signs are indeed Louie. The answer is yes, absolutely. And some of them will be funny. There is a sense of humor there. Is there a specific message? The message is really encouragement for you. A sense that it feels like in some ways you may really be struggling right now. Whether you're not feeling well physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whatever it is. I want you to know that Louie is trying to help you with that, sees you're struggling, and wants you to see that there are ways in which you are kind of your own worst enemy. Ways where you are not a good cheerleader to yourself. And Louie is trying to help you change that. Okay, Missy, I feel like someone is keeping something from me important, or isn't exactly being 100% honest with me about everything. Am I crazy, or is this person being deceitful and personally withholding information from you? Interesting. So the specific person you're thinking about, well, I don't think you're crazy. I think you've had situations in the past where people have said one thing to your face and then done other things behind your back, and so you're used to that. When I look at this particular person, I don't see that same kind of energy. It may be that there are some secrets, but they may be for different reasons. It may not be to be deceitful. So it may be that you need some communication with this person, but don't make it be like it's been in the past. That's not what this is. That's not the way this is. So try to be more open-minded. If this person is not sharing information with you, be more open-minded about why that might be the case. Okay, Josh, nice to see you here. I'm interested in having a specific conversation with a friend that is of a challenging nature. So I'm interested in what the energy around us is and if it is conducive to that conversation. Very specific question. Very good. So the energy around the two of you, there is a strong affection, but there's also a lot of opportunity for missteps. And so I feel like you need to be careful. Is now the time to have this conversation? I think you're really chomping at the bit to do it, Josh. I think you really want to do it. If you have this conversation, 50-50, man, whether it's going to go the way you want. 50-50. And the question is there another time that would be better? Because this is an ongoing matter. It's not like, even though you're chomping at the bit, it's not like you have to do this right now. And I would say, with everything in my being, Josh, I know this is not what you want to hear, but wait. I really believe it. I believe you should wait. Okay, Lisa Han Clay, nice to see you. And for those of you just coming in, I'm going to get to as many people as I can. I do have a few more moments. However, we need specific questions today. This is the Saturday Psychic Sampler, where we do only specific questions. So if you ask for a card or a reading, I'm going to skip right over you because I'm looking for those specific questions. We only do it one day a week and it's a lot of fun. So if you have a specific question, go ahead and put it in. I will do my best to get to everybody. Okay, Lisa Han Clay, I need to get my financial situation back in order. How long will this take and will I be successful? Oh, I think you've got some great ideas. And I think even within the next 3 months, you'll start to see the difference. The thing is, I feel like you're hard on yourself. Like you're somehow making this all be your fault, like you're the bad one. And maybe get that out of the narrative. Be the hero, not the villain. And as I said, I think you'll start to see positive changes even within 3 months. Okay, Carmen, nice to see you. Will I be satisfied with the way my apartment is fixed after the water leak? Oh, I'm so sorry you had to go through that. That's hard. So will you be satisfied with the fix that they give you? Yes, I think it's going to take time, but I think the workmanship is going to be good. The workpersonship is going to be good. I think you will not be satisfied with how long it takes, but I think the final outcome will be fine. Okay, Sayani, is September going to be a good month for me for my peace of mind and happiness? What do we see for September for you in terms of peace of mind and happiness? I see the opportunity for some creativity. I see some nice conversations with people around you. I see you getting some good work done. I see you being able to help some other people. But I also feel like there are some real difficulties, either within you or around you, that are going to need to be addressed. So it's not so much about peace and happiness, I'm afraid, as it is about getting done what needs to get done. But you'll do it. Hey, Jen, nice to see you. Which area of my life should I focus on today? Okay, very good. Wow. Well, I feel like there's so many things, Jen, that are pressing on you. And I just want you to go find a hot tub and relax, for gosh sake. I feel like you need healing physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You need healing, and you need to do whatever you can to carve space out just for you to heal, to relax, to meditate, to have fun, to enjoy music. There's a million things that you need to do, but I think they can wait today. You need to take time for you. That's what I think. Okay, Oceana, you were in class as well. I'm so glad. Okay, Elizabeth, how safe is it going to be for those of us who are deciding to send our children to school starting on the 21st? Such a hard decision. You know, every day during this crisis, I've been grateful that my kids are older and I don't have to make these decisions for them. So hard. So how safe will it be specifically, Elizabeth, for your kids in their classes and in their school districts? How safe will it be for them? Honestly, my thought is this is going to last for a few weeks, maybe a few months, and it'll probably shut right back down because it's not going to be safe. It's going to spread. And I would just really encourage your kids, whatever the other kids are doing, I would encourage your kids to have good safety practices because, you know, when we talk about spread, someone's going to get sick, and we don't want to see anyone getting sick. And we know that amongst the people who get sick, many of them will be just fine, no big deal, but some of them will suffer permanent damage. And there have been cases of young people dying. And so it is serious. And so I don't wish it on anyone's children. But since you asked the question, Elizabeth, I have to say, when we talk about spread, from your perspective, it's better to be other people's children than your own. And so the key is you encourage your children under pain of mama, and you know what I mean by that they have good practices. And hopefully it'll shut down before it spreads to them. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry we even have to have this conversation, but there it is. Okay. Hey, Esmeralda, nice to see you. I see you saying a bunch of stuff, but I don't really see a question there. We are looking for specific questions. Okay. Giselle, will my son be buying a house in the next 6 months? He sure is working toward it. I think so. I think it's going to happen, and I'm so excited for him and for you. Congratulations. Okay. Martha Vasic, do I see the Gemini reaching out to me? And what do you see for the both of us in the future in a relationship? So, I mean, I think that's like a first one, then the other. If he doesn't reach out, there's probably not going to be a relationship, right? So the first question, will he reach out? No guarantee that that's even going to happen. Do I see between the two of you a potential for a relationship? You know, there's certainly an energy there. But, you know, what do they say? Don't put all your eggs in one basket. At this point, I think you should still be looking. Okay. Kathy, next right move? What is it? Well, that's a vague, specific question. Okay, I'll bite. Let's see what we got here. Your next right move, Kathy, is not to move too quickly. Your next right move is to be strategic right where you are and to not let things get to you personally. If you react personally, you're reacting in the wrong way. You need to be strategic. You've got some battles you need to win right from where you are. How about that? Okay, and thanks so much for the feedback. I don't always read the feedback aloud in the interest of time, but I do see it and I thank you for it. Okay, Misty Foster, we are in the process of getting our house ready to sell. I want to know if it will sell fast and if the issue with money will be worked out and everyone will be happy. Okay, so I think you've got some things to work out. That issue with money is going to be hard to work out. It will be worked out, but I'm not sure you can make everyone happy. And I think there's some people here wanting to be made happy, but their desires and their reasons are wrong. They're not honest, they're selfish, they're not seeing things in the right way. So trying to make everyone happy is not going to work here, I can tell you that. In terms of getting the house quickly sold, I think once the house is on the market, I'm guessing that it would sell within about 4 months. So there's that. But, be clear about what your priorities are here. Okay. Celeste, nice to see you here. I'm wanting to retire from my 20-year hospital job career, but I'm afraid it will negatively impact me financially later when I'm 65 in 7 years. I am so done with this job and want out, but fear of being poor later keeps me there. Do I see anything changing for you? There's no money to go back to school. Okay, so the question is, really, if you were to retire now, would that hurt you financially in a few years? And the answer is yeah, it would. It would. Could you retire from this job and get a different job? That's really my question, is why not? Excuse me. I agree that you're done, and I think you want to be done. And there's a part of me that says, okay, why not retire from that and then do something different? Use your credentials for something different. And that way you still have some money coming in, maybe not the same amount, but some. I think that you can find a solution that checks all your boxes. You just have to think outside the box to do it. Hey, Kathy Lombard, nice to see you. What does the universe want me to know about the guy I've been talking to? We've known each other for years, and now we have a flirty thing going. Oh, that's interesting. So what do we see about that? I think there's definitely an interest here on both sides. I think he's a person who has been hurt a lot, and so he sort of fears commitment. I think there could be some compatibility here. This is a tough one, Kathy. I feel like it's like trying to catch a wild animal. If you move too quickly, you're going to chase him away. And that's not because of you. That's because he has a lot of fear. The real question is he even truly emotionally available for a relationship? And my feeling is no, he is not. Could he become so? Hard to say. He's charming and there's such an energy here, but it would be more likely to turn into friends with benefits than an actual relationship. And it's too bad because I think in his heart of hearts he would like a relationship, but it also scares him. So I would be a little careful here. I feel like he just may not have the emotional maturity, so he may be biting off more than he can chew. We'll see. Okay. Hey, Victoria. I'm going through in need of surgery, which I have a consult coming soon. So sorry to hear that. Will I be satisfied, and or is there something I must be aware of? I'm pretty nervous because this has created so much pain. Will I ever get back to normal after the surgery? Okay, let's take a look. I think that you don't need to be afraid, but I think that you want to be careful about making sure you get second opinions, making sure you talk to many doctors, because there's a lot of ways this could be handled. And the way they are looking at handling it now may not be the best way. So I feel like you want to do more research. Yes, surgery is going to be necessary. And yes, surgery is going to be necessary. And you could have a very, very good outcome But I think that there's more research to be done and maybe more doctors to speak with. Tread carefully. Once this is done, it cannot be undone. And so you want to make sure it's right. Don't be afraid, but be very, very smart about the way you do this. Be strategic, and you'll have a good outcome. Okay, Teresa, what do I need to know in regards to how I can help my daughter's emotional health? What a great question. And I'm sorry she's struggling. And the answer is you can't struggle for her. She will probably ultimately be okay, to be honest with you. And the thing that you have to do with her is just you have to be very consistent. And as much as you are worried about her, you just have to show her consistent love. That's really the important thing. She'll be up, she'll be down. She's got a lot of stuff she has to deal with. And she's not really doing everything she should be to deal with it. And you can't force her. So be patient, believe in her, hold a vision for the time in the future when she will be better. Okay. Jennifer Day, nice to see you here. Should you be worried about your recent health testing? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you're going through something. From what I can see, it's important to do the testing, but I'm not that worried. There may be some stuff you have to deal with here, but it does not seem horrible. Definitely keep me posted on this. There's something you're dealing with, but it's probably not a worst case scenario. Okay, Esmeralda, you're looking for a new job. You're hoping for a new job opportunity. Do we see that for you? I feel like you need to do more to manifest it. You may need to be getting out there, talking to people. I don't think it's going to come to you easily. And I feel like you may not be doing enough to make it happen for yourself. The more you put into it, the more quickly it will happen. Okay, I feel like I have gotten to the end. If I've missed your question, or if you haven't asked a question, or you've been just sort of lurking and are working up your courage, now is the time. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Remember that tomorrow, Sunday, on the StarCon Facebook page, that's STAARCON, Amy Mauser will be live with a special meditation for you. I'll be back here on Monday with your 3-card weekly reading. Remember to join us Wednesday evening, 7 p.m. for Global Tarot Circle on my YouTube channel. Please like this video. Please share it. Make sure you like my page here, Christiana Gaudet. Go to StarCon and like that page. Ask to join the StarCon group. And make sure you also join the Global Tarot Circle group here on Facebook. I want to remind you that I am available for readings even this weekend. I work while you play. Phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, Zoom. We can get together and we can share a lot of insight. You can private message me here and I will be happy to schedule something with you. I want to thank you so much. I also want to remind you about my premium classes coming up, 2 of them. Thursday, September 24th, 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, The Meaning and Magic of Tarot Reversals. And Wednesday, September 3rd, 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Journey Through the Major Arcana of Tarot, a great solid beginner level review level class. You need to get tickets. You can find those tickets on my website, Christiana Gaudet, under events, or right here on my Facebook business page. Look for the events. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.